Thank you for tuning in into WDRB Media, the voice of the community.
The only station giving you double the information and inspiration. You're listening to Expressions with Kera, and
Ew, ew, ew.
I am your host, Kera, and we have.
Ew, ew, ew.
We're not doing no self promotion today. What we're gonna do is, you know about Exclusive Touch, you know about Image Consulting. I mean, if you've been listening to our show, you know about those. We're doing an open conversation today.
Uh-oh.
So what we're talking about is hair.
Uh-oh.
And with that being said, is you got some people that brings in what types of pictures and want us to make miracles happen.
Oh, yes. Long time ago, I went to beauty school in Detroit, Michigan, the hair fashion capital of the world.
World.
I did not graduate. I quit 100 hours away from going to the state board.
That's sad, y'all.
I was making too much money.
Okay, I got it.
I was the king of the West, says Little Willie, Mr. Little, Treopolis, all these big names. If you remember the Bonner Brothers and Hair Wars with Hump the Grinder and whatnot, you know, they was interested in a brother.
Okay.
So I was making money. I had a mobile hair shop. I would go to people's houses and do their hair in the comfort of their own home.
That's nice.
And in doing hair, they would blow my mind. They would bring me a photo of a woman that's mixed with this and that. And ask me, can I make their hair look like that? And I would tell them, I am a beautician, not a magician. It's going to take magic for that to happen. Now, your hair is so coarse and bad that your ears wear guns for protection.
Y'all hear that? Ears wear guns for protection.
And those wasn't just earrings. They actually shot.
Oh, pop, pop.
Oh, yeah. They had to protect the rest of that face. I mean...
Now, people does that all the time. They get on Pinterest and YouTube or just Google and they send you a picture and be like, a woman had to look like this. But they don't know that that person is mixed or that person might have a relaxer or whatever might be going on and their hair texture is not suitable for that actual style.
Right. And you have to take in consideration the eye symmetry, the nose symmetry. If they have one eye that's droopy or one eye that's kind of squint, you have to cover that up with the hair. If they have a heart-shaped face, a peanut head, a block head, their hairstyle has to complement their face and head shape is what they taught us in beauty school.
Yes. And some styles are not appropriate for the particular styles that they're asking for.
Even though they want their style. And just because you're the paying patron does not mean you have a right to bully somebody into giving you what you want. That stylist, that beautician has to say, that I don't think will work with your facial structure, with your head shape. That style is not good for you.
Now, this is what I want to say. We have some beauticians, stylists, hairstylists. They have different things of what they're called. You have some people that will put you in the chair, give you whatever you want, and you walk out the salon looking a mess. I done seen them, okay? Mm-hmm. Then you have some real stylists that's going to tell you the truth. And just because they don't care about the money, they're going to be honest with you. You have some stylists that care about your well-being and their reputation more than they care about the money. Those are the stylists that you want to gravitate to and hold on to because they're not going to put nothing on your head that's not going to be seductive to what you look like. Now, if you meet a stylist that only want the money, they will dye your hair so blonde that all your follicles will fall out your head, and then when your hair starts falling out, they're going to look at you like, you signed a contract that's on you. But then you have some people that's going to tell you uphand that, well, if we dye your hair a gray, we have to take it to the highest, like the real high blonde.
You have to bleach it all.
Now, in our black community, and I'm not doing race, but black people are not designed for that type of hairstyle. Even though we see it all the time. We're not designed. Our hair is not built for that type of hair design because when you take all the pigment out of black hair, it breaks. Mm-hmm. When we go bleach blonde to get that gray or that bright red, all you're doing is damaging your hair. So if you have a stylist that's going to do that to you, all she's going to do is she wants your money. She know you're going to come back for treatments, and all she's going to do is upsell you. Mm-hmm. If somebody tell you no, that's a stylist that cares about your well-being because they know that style is not even meant for you.
Exactly. Women would get upset with me because I would do a patch test. Mm-hmm. Before you need to go to whatever event you're trying to get dolled up for, come in, tell me what you want so I can test those chemicals on the inner fold of your arm, the sensitive spot on your arm. Then the day you come in, I look at that spot. Another thing that women would get infuriated with, and I'm telling you, I'm a professional. This is what I went to school for. Are you about to be menstrual? Because if you want a relaxer in your head, your pores are open when you are about to be menstrual, when you're ovulating all the way until. So you can't ask me that. How dare you ask a woman like that? You'll say anything. You'll let anything come out your mouth. No, I'm a professional. I need to know because your hair is so coarse. I need time. I have to put sensitive scalp on your scalp to numb your scalp so I can get these chemicals, smooth it, and work it through so you can get that look. Because I don't need you acting a fool on me
When
in
your
the
hair
shop.
fall out. Yeah.
Well, that's another thing because with the hydrogen, well, I can't remember the active chemical in relaxer, which they say is no lie, but it's actually lie.
But it is lie, yeah.
What it is you're stretching the hair follicle.
Yep.
And when you stretch the hair follicle to make it look so-called straight, you're weakening the hair. Then you want to throw a color on it.
What?
So,
and if it ain't no rinse, it ain't doing nothing but damaging it.
exactly, because now it's opening up the follicle to steal the melanin out of your hair. So now that the shaft has been stretched, the follicle has been open, and men can get this done because men have this thing called a medulla in their hair. Women don't. So men hair is more resistant and gray hair is way more resistant than regular hair. So you have these things going on, and then some of us we used to use spritz in the day. I quit using spritz and use mousse.
We can still use spritz, but this is the thing. What you were saying is the man got you said
Medulla.
Okay. Now, women don't have it. However, with the medulla, even if a man don't have it, you got to think about it. If a man is not trying to grow their hair, they cut it all the time. So they don't have to worry about damage.
Exactly.
Like a woman do. If you're trying to grow your hair, you're trying to get all these things done to it, you're going to have to worry about damage. Y'all not thinking about treatments that you're supposed to do every 2 weeks. Protein, keratin, moisture, that stuff need to be done. So if you're not an active client that's going to come and get the things that needs to be done on a continuing basis, it might be certain styles that you might not need.
You shouldn't even think about it.
Exactly. Because it's a hard work.
It is hard work, and people they look at the money, but they're not realizing the stylist is on their feet all day. They in awkward positions. They're breathing in carbons, so that carpal tunnel syndrome, the bad knees, the bad ankles, your bronchitis, and some of everything else, asthma, you breathing these chemicals in. And they don't take it in consideration, and there's no retirement benefit.
Nope.
You have to pay for that out of your pocket. You have to pay for your own medical out of your pocket.
Yep.
So when you stop and be like, look at the stylists, they have all that money. They just flipping it.
We don't have all that money.
No, you got to pay insurance. You got kids. They got teeth. Some of them got teethuses. And a dentist not going to help. But orthodontist is what they need. You got to do a lot of hair. And when we were putting on hair shows, those wasn't cheap. I've did so many hair shows, and doing your model's hair is ridiculous. We're going to take a break at this moment. We'll be back, babies.
Yes, and you're tuning in to Expressions with Kera with.
Oh.
And we'll be back after this break. You with WDRB Media, the voice of the community, for double the information and inspiration.
Boom. Welcome back to WDRB Media, the voice of the community. And those streaming live through TuneIn Radio app and through iHeartRadio.
You're listening to Expressions with Kera, and I'm your host, Kera, and we have... We're just doing an open discussion. We're talking about a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So we just self-promoting a little bit. My business is Exclusive Touch.
And my business is called Image Consulting, LLC.
And when we get finished with the broadcast today, we'll give you a little bit more information, but we want to get back to the Rudy to the Tootie.
Oh, Lord, the Rudy to the Tootie.
To the Rudy to the Tootie. So we was talking about
hair.
And with hair, we got people that actually bring pictures or send links of hairstyles that's not conducive to the way they look.
No, it's not indicative at all. I mean, really, come on now.
Yeah. You got a square face and you want a long bob, and the long bob don't do nothing but enhance how big your cheeks look.
You got can't you, don't you, can't you comb it, don't you, try hair, and you expect somebody to go through it without a razor, really?
Then you want me to give you some finger waves, and you got that Kunta Kinte hair, and you need a relaxer on the side.
I ain't trying to lose a finger trying to wave your hair now. Some things is impossible. Mission impossible. I don't accept.
Or I don't want nobody looking at me talking about who did your hair, and you tell everybody it was Kera. It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Now, you know how I was making some serious money in beauty school doing hair?
How you do that?
Did you see that movie Zohan?
No. I'm lost.
Oh, Lord. I think that they watched me and made that movie
Ooh,
Zohan.
it's about
me.
you.
I think it was about me. Because I would have those women coming all the way from New York and would let nobody touch their head but me.
Wow.
I would literally rest myself on their shoulder. I would have on a tank top so they can see the 8-pack. I ain't have a 6-pack. I had an 8-pack. Now,
I'm sorry. You guys, I'm joking. This
now
man,
I got a keg now. But,
he got a cake. But he said he ain't having no 6-pack. He had an 8-pack. And I'm just looking at him right now. I'm kind of confused. So I choked a little bit. I'm sorry.
Whatever, player. Whatever.
Play on.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Hate the game.
Anywho, my hair would always be fried, dyed, laid to the side.
And when I mean fried, lied, laid to the side, oh, I wish we could give you images.
No, I'm not showing those photos. You got to be really close to me to see those pictures. Well, I would have those women really beside themselves in the shampoo bowl, and the tips was ridiculous, and that was just in beauty school.
What?
Which no longer exists anymore on Grand River in Detroit.
Okay.
We had some crazy times. I mean, some of my classmates would put people under the shampoo bowl, and then they would go smoke their weed. They wouldn't come back. So I would have like 30 people
To do their hair.
in the beauty school. And one particular day, my teacher told me I could use green as a base color to dye somebody's hair black. And they had gray hair. This is when I found out gray hair is resistant. Because they had shamrock green and hunter green hair.
Oh my God. Now you listening. His teacher gave him the wrong information.
Well, you really can use green to make
I know, but
dark green look black.
I know,
But I didn't
with
know
gray,
what I was doing.
But with gray though,
Look,
that gray's gonna that green's gonna
it
attach
was
to that gray.
shamrock green. She had to look at the Irish lassie.
So being a hairstylist means that we really have to be very in depth. Y'all might think that it's something simple, but when you trying to entwine colors, you heard what he just said, with the gray and the forest green.
Chemicals.
I mean, and with chemicals, making sure people's hair don't fall out. It's a lot for us to do. So when y'all come with these unrealistic requests,
Expectations.
it's really hard for us to give y'all what y'all ask, and the true stylist will tell you the truth. Now, if you bring a picture to someone that they know that they can't do it, and they try to do it anyway, and you leave out looking like boom, boom, boom,
You better pay.
I mean, you're going to have to pay because at the end of the day, no, I'm going to say this. That stylist should have been honest.
I've always been honest.
I mean, everybody's not like us, though.
No.
So, if you want something that's realistic, then they'll give it to you. But if it's unrealistic, if you get a stylist that will still try to give it to you and you walk and you're unhappy, then you have to realize that it probably was something they couldn't do at the beginning. Only thing different is between me and my co-host, we would have told you that before we even did it.
Yes, Lord. Yes. Well,
Because we don't need your money. Our advertisement and the word of mouth means way more than us making a mistake.
Yeah. And those mistakes can be very costly. I mean, somebody can get a bad skin condition from all the chemicals that we have to use to get you to look the way you want to look. Sisters used to rave about how beautiful and healthy I would make their hair look, even after it was damaged from years of relaxing and chemicals kitchen beauticians. I can't stand them. If my hairstyle costs $250 and you go down there to Shaniqua down the street,
They
she's
do it
gonna
for
do it for 30, right?
And then they mess up, you want me to come fix it.
Exactly. Half your hair went down the sink. When you left her, now you coming to me talking about help. And what I would do was I would use a porosity control shampoo and conditioner and a hot oil treatment. And the hot oil treatment will coat